I love pieces that I know I can wear over and over and over. I'm repeating myself, I know. Happy New Year! Happy 2023, we're back. I'm so excited to be back, and we're in my room, we're in my closet, because we cannot start off a new year without a closet clean out, a closet reorganization, but I'm adding a little bit of a twist to it this year. And the twist is all about the dress up closet. Welcome to a reoccurring series here on my channel called the Dress Up Closet. It's going to be all about sections of the dress up closet, tips for your dress up closet, essentials, just anything and everything I can dream up that goes along with the dress up closet. But today is just going to be me organizing my closet and then talking through just an overview of the idea behind my dress up closet. I'm going to share some of the essentials that I like to have in mine. I'm also going to share 3 things I consider when it comes to investment pieces, so tune in for that. And really, we're just going to have fun in my dress up closet, sharing just all the maximalism that you see all around my room, which is basically my closet as well. But before we get started on cleaning out the closet and me sharing my thoughts on building that dress up closet of your dreams, I want to introduce you to the sponsor for today's video, which is absolutely perfect for this time of year. The whole reason I came out here was to grab my coffee. I have to have that first before we get started on anything. But one thing I've been thinking about is the new year, the time to reset. Sometimes it's that time for resolutions. But instead of resolutions, I think we should think about making new rituals for our life. And I'm actually partnering with Ritual for this video. Ritual makes that daily multivitamin that we all need. And for the last few months, I've been really good about this, but I definitely have gotten off course. So I love for this new year, setting that attention towards my health goals by making this switch to a clean, traceable products that Ritual makes. I love this because Ritual is obsessively researched, and they really are just reimagining health from the ground up, taking all of the guesswork out of vitamins. Their vitamins contain 9 high-quality nutrients from D3 to omega-3 that are difficult to get enough in every day, even if you have a really healthy diet. They're vegan-friendly, non-GMO, gluten-free, allergen-free, and they contain no added sugar. And I love that transparency is at the core of everything that Ritual does, from the way the nutrients are sourced to the environmental impact of the shipping that they use to send all the thousands of orders out. And they really have everything for the whole family. They have men's multivitamins, they have 50 plus, prenatal, postnatal, kids, teens, and they even have an essential protein range, which I'm really considering adding into my Ritual this year. And I have to be honest, some key factors that really play into me loving Ritual are the fact that they have a mint tab in every bottle so your vitamins don't smell. I really don't like that. And they're really gentle on your stomach, which for me is probably number one. I can't handle harsh things on my stomach, so their vitamins really don't affect my stomach at all, and that's a huge bonus for me. And like I mentioned, they have products that support the health of your whole family. So you've got men's, teens, kids, all the range that you need to make sure your family is adding this ritual into their life this year. So I want you to start this ritual with me and making strides toward your health goals this year with clean, high quality, traceable, science-backed products with Ritual, and they're offering a massive 30% off your first month. All you need to do is go to ritual.com/bjones30 or use my code BJONESS30 and you're gonna get that 30% off so you can get started with Ritual. So make sure to click the link down below or use my code BJONESS30 and you'll get that 30% off your first month with Ritual. Oh my gosh, it smells so minty, so yummy. Taking my vitamin. I'm ready for my day. Get my ritual going for the new year. Alrighty, are you ready to tackle my closet with me? I'm so excited, let's go. Getting started with the organizing, and I'm going to share just a few tips before we get started. I like to have a rack in my house that I can use for organizing, just so that that way I can hang everything that I'm looking through up instead of just throwing it in a big pile and getting overwhelmed by that pile. Even if it's just a collapsible rack that you have in the garage, which is what I have, and that way you can just pull it out whenever you're organizing your closet, and they really just come in handy in general. The second tip I would suggest is getting all of the same hanger. I just do these simple velvet ones from Amazon, and it just really makes it nice that everything is on the same hanger, the same height, so you're not varying the types of hanger, even the space that it takes up in the closet. So I really suggest that. And the thing that I added this time around that I haven't had is skirt hangers that are exactly the same. So all of my skirts have been more on a flat clip hanger, and so now they will match all of my other hangers. So I'm very excited about that addition this year. So I pulled out all of my outerwear, my blazers. This is a favorite section of mine for sure. You all know I love Make It Better with the blazer and just really anything that I can layer. And I think that is a tip that I want to share when it comes to my idea of a great dress-up closet, is that you want to have a lot of separates that are really versatile. I love having lots of blazers, lots of outerwear, because that just gives me endless options for styling. You can always add a blazer, and so to have lots of those ideas in your closet, it really does help add more to your styling repertoire. Since I'm working on outerwear, here are just some of my thoughts and tips when it comes to building a really great outerwear section, in particular your blazers and your light layers. First of all, I think when it comes to blazers, start off with just some really classic, tailored, timeless shapes. So think about shopping the men's section and just really go with a blazer that's going to fit without too much extra styling happening. Here's an example of what I'm talking about. Just going with a really classic blazer. This is from the men's section. It has a great subtle plaid on it. It's brown and tan. I really love it, and this has been a staple in my closet for years. So I think starting off with just some of these classic shapes and letting that be the base. So start by building maybe a few of those, and then you can kind of branch out into all the fun and crazy. So same kind of thing. This is a really great classic tailored blazer, but it's a lot more fun. It's got all of this crazy, great color palette all over it. It's got amazing gold buttons. So I think, you know, starting at the base and then building out from there. And then you can really start playing with proportions. So this is a men's blazer that is definitely very slouchy on me, but when I want to belt it up or when I want to kind of create that effortless, exaggerated look, this is the blazer that I'm going to grab. And while I'm just sifting through and organizing, one thought too to think about, and just how I approach my edit process, is I think about sometimes, is this item something that I have worn so many ways, I've had so much fun in it, and I'm kind of done and I'm ready to retire it? I think that's a fun way to approach the edit. And of course there's some things that are lifers, but you know, there's some items that are like, great, and I've worn it 100 different ways and I've had so much fun with it and I'm ready to pass it on. So that's one way that I approach an editing process. Also, I think sometimes there's just that mentality of, you know, Marie Kondo, it's like, does this bring me joy? I think not necessarily that, but I think there's clothes that you wear sometimes and you maybe just like, it just doesn't make you feel happy. There's something about it. For me, sometimes it takes me back to, you know, something I wore in my past, and it makes me almost feel strangely like I'm 13 again or something. I don't know, it's weird. So sometimes I think about that, like when I've worn this, do I feel like it's so me It's a full expression of me. I love it so much. And if it's not that, then I think you can pass it on. And then of course there's things that are just like, oh yeah, I thrifted that, I wore that, that was fun, and now I'm over it. So those are just some of the thoughts that I approach when I'm editing out. I've gone through, I've reorganized, rehung, buttoned things up, made them all feel really exciting. And then I just wanted to share a few more thoughts on continuing your outerwear section. Investing in those really great classic timeless blazers, and then like I said, adding more of the fun and more of the party, and really then deciding what are some of the categories that you want to check the box on. So for me, I love to have Western pieces. I love to have schoolgirl style or school prep vibes. I love a good athletic moment. And then of course we move into leather. So you've got the kind of biker chic, all of that. So I think, you know, kind of find your styling categories that you want to check the box on, and then really build that out within your outerwear and really all your other sections, but this is in particular the outerwear. So giving you an example, I've got, you know, my denim section. Then I moved into kind of some athletic slash streetwear, so you know, army fatigues, things like that. I've got my biker chic, and then I move into leather. I've got leather blazers, and then this is a fun section that I've recently been adding to, which are more tapestry smoking jackets, very fabulous and really great textures and prints that, you know, definitely feel Gucci, but also can just feel Jean Paul Gaultier, things like that. And then I think this is kind of where I move into that classic blazer section, and I've definitely got lots of variety here. So I've got my exaggerated shapes and tweeds. I've got, you know, really fun, colorful plaids. And then this is where I also play and I go with some really interesting outerwear. And this is what I mean. This is a Judith Roberts. So I think having some of these really wild, fun pieces in your dress-up closet. So I have this one, and then I decided I needed another one. So I got this incredible Judith Roberts as well. And Judith Roberts you can find really easily on eBay. I love to use Gem, which is a great search app for just vintage across all of the vintage sites. So go to Gem, type in Judith Roberts, you can find some really amazing jackets, and I think they're really fun to have in your mix of your dress-up closet. And I mentioned I love to have some Western, so I've got that really incredible blazer, just some other Western pieces, and then this is just a little category of Y2K. I've got some Y2K options in there that it's definitely very trend of the moment, so I think some of those are just fun to thrift, and then who knows, some of them I really love. And I definitely always have a few cardigans. This is a poncho, you know, so adding a few more of those layer pieces into your outerwear section. And now I'm going to start moving on to tops and pants and all the rest. That's a workout. Okay, I took all my tops out, and one thing I think I did in 2022 was I bought a lot more shirts, blouses, tops in general. I really got into thrifting that section, which used to be a section I avoided just because it felt overwhelming, but I like having variety of shirts to wear. And so just a tip on if you do feel overwhelmed with the idea of doing tops, maybe just take one section in the thrift store. So go into the long sleeve knits and look for that, or go into the blouses and look for that. So, or the tank tops, whatever it is. Because in the tank tops, there's often like really cool corsets and stuff. I have found some really amazing pieces like that Renaissance top. I'll show you. I mean, this crazy Renaissance top that was in the tank top section of the thrift store. So, you know, if you're overwhelmed, just pick one and tackle one in a day. And then here are my tips for tops. Have fun. Have fun in this section, just playing with all kinds of styles. I feel like this is where you can just do all the eras, all the prints, all the shapes, just really go crazy. Choose what you know you really love. I love a great button down, and so I have so many options. I have the kind of Gucci inspired ones. I have just the, you know, basic menswear button down shirt. And then I've got some Y2K in there. So really just play and have fun in tops, and don't feel shy because you can really just mix them in with all your other separates. I'm going to show you something. You have to see this. Hold on. Okay, here's all the tops, but what you'll notice is that section all there is pretty much vests, corset tops. There's a lot. And what I want to say with that is just going back to that idea of your dress-up closet should be full of versatile pieces. That's something I'm always, not always, there's the playing pieces that are just, you know, crazy, and then you're having that whole statement. But I love versatile pieces because I feel like it just gives me so many ways to just wear things over and over and rethink them all the time. And so vests, corsets, sweater vests, button vests, all kinds of things, to me, they're layers. They're like my outerwear, and they really help enhance an outfit. I can layer things on top with that. I can create a whole different look just by adding a vest to it. I can do the, you know, the Western vest. I could do the Renaissance vest. I could do a sweater vest that looks very preppy. So I love versatility, and I think that's why I've really gone crazy with that section of my closet. I feel like that really took on a life in the last probably 2 years. And I think some of it is just that I've had even more fun, maybe, I don't know, getting crazy with styling. So I just love to have pieces that I can reimagine all the time. And I think that really comes into play with that section of the tops. So I'm going to now go through, you know, weed things out and start reorganizing. All right, I have gone through all the shirts. I actually did some good weeding out, just realizing there's definitely pieces that I either have worn them once or I've never worn them, and so time to send them on. And for me, there's definitely a section that's just always in my closet, which are these 70s inspired or 70s blouses that have the bow tie on them. I just love them. And some of these pieces I've literally had for 15 years or so, and they still get worn and worked into my looks a lot. So I feel like definitely that's a core section of my dress up closet when it comes to tops. And another section that's become very key for me is the menswear button down. As you can see, I have a lot of them. And my thoughts on the button down is that I think I've started wearing ties a lot. I love menswear in general, so I always am using those. And then I've been having a lot of fun layering with them, using exaggerated lengths to wear like a shorter skirt over top, or you know, layering some of my sweater vests and all of those smaller layers on top. So that's become definitely a very core element of my dress-up closet. Okay, all the shirts are hung up nice and neat, and now I'm going to pull all my pants out. That is definitely a huge section for me. I love a trouser pant, so I'm going to get them all out and then share a few thoughts when it comes to pants. My thoughts on pants. If you've tuned into my channel for a while, you know this very well, but I prefer pants over denim. And I know for most people, denim is probably one of the largest sections of their closet, and they have lots of different styles. I do have different versions of denim, but it's a smaller section, and really I love to work with trouser pants. And I think some of it is the fun of all the vintage options, and I think that's really my tip when it comes to your dress-up closet pants section is play with all of the vintage proportions and find the ones that really work for you. I love a high-waist trouser pant. I love double pleats. I love anything that creates kind of a balloon shape, and I love to cinch in with belts. I wear belts all the time. I think that's something to consider too. Do you wear belts? And if you do, giving yourself lots of options on what to wear your belts with, what to wear your belts with, which is pants. Then I think you can also have fun with variety in terms of colors and prints. I love a plaid. I love a 70s pant. But I also think I lean towards the same thing with pants as I do with blazers and outerwear, is that I like things to be classic and timeless in terms of the tailoring, the shape, and even sometimes the color. Just then it's the backdrop for all of the fun. I think the tops, I have fun, and then the jackets I kind of have fun, or, you know, things like that. I like my pants to really hit all of the classic genres or classic categories. So I want to have some great leather options. I want to have some great plaid options, some camel color options, and then camo, things like that. So I really like to have the base layer and then add the crazy on top of that. I'm going to go through and organize them, and then I'll show you just a little bit of what I mean. Just a quick thought here. This is something I've been recently loving. I bought these men's structure pants. You might remember, I think I thrifted it in a video. I have been loving these because the waist is more for a man, and so they don't fit around the waist, but I added suspenders, which I also thrifted with a net in that thrifting video. So super simple to get these suspenders, and you can get them on Amazon or anything. And I've clipped them to these pants, which it makes for such a fun shape. It really reminds me of something Jean-Paul Gaultier did with very exaggerated high waists, and then it kind of just hangs. So it's something fun to play with, is taking a pair of men's pants. These are cropped too, which work really well, and then adding suspenders on top to allow for that very extra high waist. Everything is organized. I wanted to show you a few examples of just what I really love when it comes to pants. Here are probably quintessential B. Jones pants, and that is more of a trouser shape. It has a double pleat here at the front. These are vintage DKNY. I got these at Pickwick, and like I said, they're a classic. They're cream. They've got this great little window pane print on them. Also, I just want to say it's dark and stormy outside, so I'm working with the lighting that I can create in here, but it's also taking me a long time. So this is happening all day as the light keeps changing. So anyways, just wanted to let you know on the lighting side of things. But for me, these are what I call just my staple standard trouser pant that to me are timeless classics. You'll never not need them in your closet, and you can create so many looks with these, from spring and summer to winter, maybe not full crazy cold winter, but at least fall, and then early winter, especially in California. And they're just classics, and you can wear all kinds of shoes with them. You can layer them up. You can wear a blazer with them. You can just have so much playing, dressing them up, dressing them down. So versatility is key, and to me these are a absolute must-have in a dress-up closet. I also just want to add, this is something that I've done more recently, is I've gotten pants tailored. When I've found a really great pair of pants, I think I found these in one of the As Seen in Vogue videos where I thrifted, and I got these camel trouser pants, which were a little too big for me, and so I took them to the tailor and had them done to fit me. And I love that because, again, just like the other ones, these are such a classic. They've got that pleat there at the front. They're going to create that shape that I really love, and you can't go wrong with a camel color pair of pants. So I think if you find your kind of favorite shape when it comes to vintage, especially if you're thrifting, be willing to, you know, take some of those and get them tailored. Sometimes I think we should only, you know, I don't know, I think sometimes, like, if I find a great, crazy, amazing vintage dress, then I'll take that to get tailored, and something like this, I think, oh, I'll find another pair of pants that fit me well. But that's not always the case. So if you find a really great one that you love, be willing to take it to the tailor, take them up, make them work for whatever you want them to. And then this is an example of having fun in the mix with all the crazy. I found these on eBay. These are Stella McCartney pants. I don't think I realized what I was getting when I got them, but they're an amazing knit pair of quilted pants. And so these will stay in my closet forever. And you know what? This is a good time, even though I didn't necessarily invest in these because they were on eBay. But when it comes to investment pieces, I think the key elements that I always run by for myself before I really spend more of that extra money that isn't my usual budget, I have 3 checks that they need to hit. Are they versatile? Which means, are they an item that I can wear a lot of different ways? So a pair of shoes, a great pair of pants, something that I know that I can wear a ton. Sometimes even an accessory is worth investing for me because I know that then I can mix it with so many outfits. So are they versatile? Are they classic? Now that doesn't mean that they're just brown or black or just very basic, but there's something about them that's very classic. So maybe it's the shape, even if you think about like a Chanel jacket or even Chanel, you know, pair of shoes or something. There's something really classic about them, and you know they'll kind of stand the test of time. So that, and then the other thing that I love to kind of run it by is it going to elevate the outfit? So for me, I think I do love to invest, especially in shoes, because especially with thrift finds, if you put on an amazing pair of investment shoes, some examples are my Ganni shoes, my Gucci shoes, I think it really just elevates the outfit and it just adds that like shabam, shazam on top of the outfit. And so I run it by that. Is it classic? Is it versatile? And does it elevate? So those are a good little thing if you want to add that to your investment piece list, or maybe you have your own things, but those are the ones that I always like to, you know, mentally check off when I'm about to spend maybe a little bit more money than is my usual. Finally getting to put my clippy hangers to use that are going to match the rest of my hangers. These are for my maxi length skirts, which I hang kind of here by my trouser pants and my sets and suits. And I think maxis are a great option because especially something like this, they are keyword versatile. You can play with them, ruche them up, belt them in unique and different ways. You could wear them as a dress. So I really think a maxi skirt, especially something like this, like a lace or something kind of basic in a way, can be played with over and over and over again. The last and final section that we're going to chat about today, I'm going to do more of these dress up closet videos. So we're going to hit up accessories, shoes, all of that. But today we were just chit-chatting all about those main core parts of the Always Play Dress Up closet and really just talking about those versatile pieces. And to me, skirts are your best friend. They're another option besides a trouser, and you really can style them in the same way. They can get mixed into so many of these outfits, and they really can take on a different life all the time. I love pieces that I know I can wear over and over and over. I'm repeating myself, I know. But when it comes to skirts, I love to just have the whole variety when it comes to length. So we're going to have, you know, the minis, then we're going to go to kind of the knee length, then we're going to go to the middies, and then we're going to go a little more to the maxis. We're also going to check off those category boxes with Western inspired denim, plaids, colorful. I really feel like with skirts you can go even crazier. I do think I play more with skirts. Trousers, I stick to more of that classic menswear, but skirts I have fun with, you know, this vintage Miu Miu skirt that I have that has patchwork, and then, you know, even something like this, which is just a great Y2K fun asymmetric stripe knee-length skirt, and, you know, having fun with some of the animal prints in the skirt section. So I do feel like I'm realizing as I'm going through my closet, tops and skirts are my party play areas. Trousers are more classic, and then outerwear, when it comes to blazers, they're somewhat classic, and then I do dip into having more variety and more fun, and that's actually something I'm trying to look for more often, is unique outerwear that has different shapes, different prints, that kind of stuff. But I do think with skirts, they're the party section, and also tops, that's where you can play and have fun with the tops as well. So this is a fun little mix of everything. I've got, you know, all the vintage pieces. I've got, you know, the classic schoolgirl pleated skirts. Let's talk about one section that I personally love that I think can be an essential to the Always Play Dress Up closet. And if you think about my inspiration ultimately, you might know what I'm talking about. And that's the tutu and the lace section. Of course, I'm referring to Carrie Bradshaw, but I've got a black tutu, I've got a white tutu, and then I've got these kind of longer lace options. But the whole idea is just having some of the fantasy and the fun that is in a tutu. I guess I have a whole tutu section, and I feel like that's an essential part of my dress up closet for sure. I'm at a stopping point now. I finished all of the core areas of my closet. So all of the kind of separates that get styled up a lot are done. And so I am feeling so much better and ready for the new year. I'm going to tackle a few of the other sections, but I really wanted to highlight those main areas that I feel like are essential to the dress up closet and just my approach when it comes to really building out your dream dress up closet. I would love to hear in the comments just other thoughts that you have for your own dress up closet, sections that you like to have, or if there's categories that you'd like to always make sure you fill in, because I definitely don't have all of them. These are the ones that I love. And then also, I'm planning on doing more of these dress up closet videos so I can really focus in on accessories with you all. I'm going to talk about my rack that I put off here in my room that's either an inspiration rack or it's the new in rack. So I think that's really key too, is just having an area that you have where you have a little selection of things just to get your brain buzzing and get you sparking with new ideas. And so we're going to tackle that in a whole separate video. So I can't wait to do that. But thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today while I worked in my closet on this cloudy, weird California day. But I am definitely feeling ready for this new year. And I'm so excited to bring you all new videos every single Thursday at 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. And make sure to subscribe to the weekly scoop email that comes out every single Tuesday. And I'm so excited because this year it's going to really kind of follow along with all the different topics that I want to kind of hit with the dress up closet. We're going to tackle inspirations. We're going to do, of course, shopping, thrifting, vintage hunting, all of that. And so it's going to kind of recap each video. Once you get the video on Thursday, then on the following Tuesday, you'll get a whole recap with mood boards, inspirations. I always feature someone from the Always Play Dress Up hashtag, so make sure you're using Always Play Dress Up hashtag on Instagram so that I can see your amazing outfits and what you're creating in your magical dress up closet as well. And there's all kinds of fun that I'm planning on bringing you. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up if you like it. You can subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. It's new videos every single Thursday. And finally, always play dress up, and I'll see you guys later. Bye!